All right, we're moving right along here. Now we're on Idgham, merging. We saw some Idgham already because there's Idgham for the noon, there's Idgham for the meme, there's Idgham for the lam. We saw the letters for the noon merging into another letter, 6 letters. The noon merges into 6 letters. Meme merges into meme. Okay. Meme merges into meme. And lam merges into the huruf shamsiyah. Lamu al.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more about merging here now. And so the author says, idgham is merging letters, fusing them, assimilating them. There's a number of words that people use. This has been addressed when talking specifically about the noon, the meme, and the lam. And now it will be addressed generally. Just like the other cases of noon and meme and lam have broader application, because we saw that there's ikhfa for noon. There's also ikhfa for meme. And we saw that there is iqlab for noon. And there's iqlab for other things too.
Yeah.
So since the exits and traits of the letters determine their compatibility for merging, there are 3 types of mergers. Merging 2 like letters, mutamathilain. Merging 2 close letters, neighboring letters, mutaqaribain, and merging related letters, mutajanisain. Good. Here, close, I think I like neighboring though. If the first of those 2 letters had a sukoon, meaning there's no vowel on it, then this merger is called saghir, small merger.
Right.
And the small merger is true for all 3 types. What are the 3 types? The 3 types are merging like letters, merging neighboring letters, and merging related letters. Small merger is true for all these 3 types. Small merger means the first of the 2 letters has a sukoon. And so just to prepare what's coming. Therefore, big merger means the first of the 2 letters has a haraka. Then you ask yourself, if you know what idgham is, how could the first of the 2 letters have a haraka? There's no way to merge them.
Yeah.
And the answer would be, well, you're going to give a sukoon to the first letter.
Right.
So then somebody might say, what? So say, yeah, because when you give sukoon to the first letter, you're doing some extra work there. So then it's not going to be the same case. We're going to see now, inshallah ta'ala. So if the first of the 2 letters had a sukoon, then the merger is a small merger. And the small merger is true for all 3 types. Al-Jumzuriyyah summarized this when he said, إن في الصفات والمخارج اتفق حرفان فالمثلان فيهما أحق وإن يكونا مخرجا تقاربا وفي الصفات اختلفا يلقبا مقاربين أو يكون اتفقا في مخرج دون الصفات حققا بالمتجانسين ثم إن سكن أول كل فالصغير سميا بالمتجانسين, but there's fatha originally on that ta. بالمتجانسين ثم إن سكن أول كل فالصغير سميا. So he said if two letters agree in features and exits. In في الصفات والمخارج اتفق حرفان. So if two letters agree in features and exits, then فالمثلان, they are alike. وإن يكون مخرجا تقاربا, and if they are close in exit, يعني they neighbor each other. وفي الصفات اختلفا, but different in their traits, in their attributes they vary. يلقبا, then they are named مقاربين, close or neighboring. أو يكون اتفقا, or if they agree في مخرج دون الصفات, in exit but different features. حققا بالمتجانسين, then they are related. يعني they are verified as متجانسين. ثم إن سكن, furthermore, if the first of those two has a sukoon, ثم إن سكن أول كل, if the first of the two letters in all these cases has sukoon, فالصغير سميا, then سميا. Then here, name it a small merger, then name it a small merger. And call it that. Okay, so that's the synopsis there.
Yeah.
So the merger of like letters. The first is the merger of two of the same letter. It is the merger of two letters that both have the same attributes and exits. Yani, it's the same letter. Same letter, yani, when we say same attributes and same exit, that means we're dealing with the same letter. Some examples are like the two bas, the one with the dot underneath. In اضرب بعصاك. That's Allah's command to Musa to strike the stone with his staff so that water would come out of it for the Israelites. Here we have two words, idrib, which ends with a ba, idrib, which ends with a ba, and bi'asak, which starts with a ba. And that's really more than two words though. Idrib is one word, ba is one word, asa is one word, and the kaf is one word. Strike with your stick, that's four words. But looks like two words. We'll go ahead and say two words here. Which starts with a ba, so we merge them together. Yani, one word ends with a ba, other word starts with a ba. So we merge them together. There is also two lambs in the saying of Allah. قُل لَا أَجِدْ قُل لَا أَجِدْ. Say, I do not find. This ayah, Surah Al-An'am, this is ayah about what's haram to eat. Imam Malik uses this ayah to talk about meat in a way much different from Ash-Shafi'i. I'm not even sure Abu Hanifa's take. According to Malik, you can eat almost anything if it's slaughtered. Much more things than what Shafi'i permits. Like a cat, for example, if you slaughter it, you could eat it according to Malik. Because قُل لَا أَجِدْ, say, O Muhammad, I don't find anything to be haram to eat except if it's a dead meat, or it's flowing blood, or it's pig meat, or whatever is mentioned there. And the two dals, the one without a dot. وَقَدْ دَخَلُوا. The word qad ends with a dal sakina, and dakhalu starts with a dal. And thus they are merged together. There is also an example of the dal with the dot, meaning the thal. إذ ذهب إذ ذهب مغاضبا. That's about Yunus alayhi salam when he left his people. He left his
Yes.
people angry at them, not angry at Allah. إذ stops on a dhal, and dhahab starts with a dhal. So the dhal is merged into the dhal. The judgment of this idgham is that it is necessary, wajib. Yani, it's clear for us. Wajib here in the terms of the qurra, not wajib in the terms of the fuqaha.
Yep.
Except for the case of the ya. If the word ends with a ya sakina and the next word starts with a ya, we are not going to merge them. An example is the saying of Allah, Wallahi ya'isn.
Yes.
We do not say Wallahi ya'isn with a shadda on the ya. Another example is the saying of Allah, Alladhi yuwaswis. So you don't say Alladhi yuwaswis. It ends with the ya sakina and starts with the ya, but we do not say Alladhi yuwaswis.
Right.
We say Alladhi yuwaswis, so there's no idgham. For that would interfere with the extension of the ya.
Yeah.
So there is no merging here. Okay, that's done. That's easy. Merger of close letters or neighboring letters.
Yeah.
The second case is the merger of close letters. I'll leave it close here. It is for two letters that are close in exit or attribute. Then close is a better word. Close in attribute or close in exit. When I say neighboring, means close in exit.
Yeah.
So I'll put close back. It is for two letters that are close in exit or close in attributes to be merged, like the dal and the sin. That they are close in exit. The two that do not have a dot, and the dad and the sheen, and the lam and the ra, according to Sibawayh, and the dhal and the ta. Examples are as follows. وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا. The origin is وَقُلْ رَبِّ. The lam and the ra come from the same exit, so they were merged. وَقُلْ رَبِّ. This ayah, you say it after every prayer. Inshallah, you will get, Allah will raise your knowledge for you.
Inshallah.
And then there is this one. According to a recitation called Samia. The origin is Qad Samia, which is recited. The dal and the sin are close in proximity. Qad Samia. So they are merged. Another example is وَلَقَدْ جَاءَهُمْ. Originally, it was recited وَلَقَدْ جَاءَهُمْ. وَلَقَدْ جَاءَهُمْ. That's also recited. That's valid. وَلَقَدْ جَاءَهُمْ. And then there's this example. I used to know how to recite it, but this one has something, some nuance to it. I don't know how to recite this part. I need to review.
Inshallah.
This one here. This third example is the Lad merging into a sheen due to their close proximity from each other. And in this recitation, the Hamza is lightened. And in this recitation, the Hamza is lightened. So we'll ask about that, inshaAllah ta'ala. There's also this one, Itta'dihim. Instead of إِذْ تَأْتِيهِمْ. These cases, the dal with the sin, the dad with the sheen, and the lam with the ra, are small mergers of close letters. Since the first of the two letters in each group has a sukoon that makes it small. Its judgment, unlike the merger of like letters, is that idgham is permissible, not wajib. Wajib, that wajib idgham is going to be the rule for all recitations.
Okay.
That's why it's wajib. You don't have any other option in terms of the followed sunnah of the qira'ah from the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam. Here is permissible because you could recite one recitation or a different one. Merger of related letters. The third category is the merger of related letters. And like the previous case, its judgment is that it is permissible. It is for the letters to be similar in exit. It is for the letters to be similar in exit, but not in feature. For example, heaviness and substance, tafkhim, is a feature of the ta, which is opposite of the limpidity and lightness, the tarqiq of the da. Likewise, the ba and the fa come from the same exit, which is the lip. And the ba and the meme also have the same exit, but none of them have the same attributes. Ba is hard, meme is medium, fa is air expulsion letter. According to Al-Farra, the lam and the ra come from the same exit, but they have different attributes. وَقَالَ الطَّائِفَةُ. So we're merging the ta into the ta because of their close proximity, though their qualities are different. The origin is qalat طَائِفَةُ. But then the ta is merged into the ta. And also, one we saw already, Idgham ma'ana. The origin is irkab ma'ana. The ba merged into the meme, and according to Al-Farra, the lam merges into the ra. Qurrab, qurrab. The origin is qul rab. And now the big merger. All of what has been addressed thus far is in reference to the small merger. However, if both letters have a harakah, it is called a big idgham. So when we say both letters have harakah, means originally you're going to have to remove the harakah from the first letter.
Right.
Because of having to do something extra. It's a big idgham because of having to do something extra. To merge them, one must give the first a sukoon, drop the harakah, and its judgment, the judgment of such an idgham, is that it is permissible, not what? Not wajib. Furthermore, the three previously mentioned categories of merging have instances of the big merger. An example of a big merger of like letters is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Malik.
Okay.
The origin is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Malik. Yeah, and then as a result, you're going to wind up stretching this, like I did. There is a harakah on the meme.
Yep.
So to merge these two memes, we have to drop that kasra. Then the first meme will have a sukoon and accept assimilation into the second meme.
Right.
An example of a big merger of close letters is Ar-Rabb. The origin is Qala Rabbi. An example of a big merger of related letters is Maryam Buhtana.
Then,
The origin is Maryama Buhtana.
mhm.
Another example is As-Salihat Tuba. The origin is As-Salihati Tuba. Al-Jumzuriyyah mentioned this type in his line. أو حرك الحرفان في كل فقل كل كل كبير وافهمنه كل كبير وافهمنه بالمثل أو حرك الحرفان في كل فقل كل كبير وافهمنه بالمثل. On the other hand, if the two letters are both voweled, أو حرك الحرفان في كل, the two letters in both are vowelized, فكل, then say كل كبير. The merger is a big one.
No.
وافهمنه بالمثل, and understand it by the examples. And that's the end of the section on Idgham.
MashaAllah.